Hey y'all, we back live. Shout out to everybody. Hold up. So it looks like 50 Cent ends up responding or reacting to what's going on with Jay-Z. Shout out to Jay-Z. I do want to put out here, we don't know if this is true. Like, the allegations are very interesting and weird if you ask me. Basically, like, what they're saying, let me pull up the chat. So what they're saying is that there was like a 13-year-old or whatever. So she ends up getting dropped off at the MTV awards or something like that. And like, they just dropped her off. So she's going up to limousines and she's asking people in the limousines if they can allow her entry. And then somebody in the limousine says, hey, like, I'm rolling with, you know, Diddy or whatever. So, you know, like, I got to take him home and all that. Like, you could end up coming with us. So supposedly this person goes over to one of Diddy's parties or whatever, and Jay-Z is there. And supposedly Diddy makes the person like do whatever. And Jay-Z is in the room while all that is going on. So I don't know, bro. This is a very, very interesting situation, I can say the least, you know. But let's go ahead and listen to some of this is going on. Let me fix my home screen a little bit.
It alleges that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, raped the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs.
I don't know, man. Like, come on, bro. Jay doing this? Like, I don't know. Joshua said hot pockets are like tangs, shafts, and some apart soothing, apart the banks. What is you talking about, bro?
Victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. Jay-Z is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit, and Texas attorney,
I think it is a blackmail attempt,
behind the legal action, saying in part, these allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different I am.
Lawsuit originally filed in October was refiled today to include Jay-Z as a defendant. The anonymous accuser claims the assault occurred at an MTV Video Music Awards after party. Jay-Z has denied the allegations in a statement on Roc Nation's Instagram, calling the accusations heinous and urging a criminal complaint be filed instead of a civil one. He also criticized the attorney behind the lawsuit, Tony Busby, accusing him of exploiting the case for personal gain.
Yo.
Like, Jay need to sue these people, bro. Like, if this is not true, like, sue these people, man. Like, there needs to be a precedent for people doing stuff like this. Like, just because you're a celebrity and you got money and we can just pull you into court whenever we feel like it. Like, there should be some sort of ethics rules, right? But then again, like, if somebody comes to the attorney like, hey, like, I've got this allegation, like, this is, you know, if you're an attorney, you try to make money, what you gonna do?
It's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in as it was breaking news today that Jay-Z had been hit with the civil lawsuit in New York alongside P. Diddy with accusations, as y'all just heard right there, of raping a girl that was 13 years old back in the year of 2000 after the MTV Awards. In the lawsuit,
A real one said the entertainment industry is the go along and get along game.
it alleges and claims that they gave her a drink, she was passed out, and then they took turns raping her, and there was also another female adult there as well. There's no proof of this. There is nothing out there that can confirm this. 20 years old, this is not a legal matter in the court of somebody getting locked up or nothing like that. But with everything going down this year, you know this is trending on every headline.
Y'all can hit the like button too, that'd be appreciated. Hit the like button! Thug Life! Hit the like
Every
button.
news site and getting shared everywhere. Now, I had a link to the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full from CBS and LA News as different people started speaking on it. Meek Mill goes to start a false narrative to create a matrix web. If you can control the storyline, you can control the matrix. American media is totally unbelievable. I see Jay-Z blank a 13-year-old girl 300 times scrolling. It's called programming. Then 50 Cent came in and just posted up and kind of just, I guess, I don't know what he got going on. He said, okay, I don't know what's going on, but are we still going to have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend. Now, you know that 50 Cent was going to throw his mix out there just because he been mocking Diddy.
Jay-Z denies allegations of R-wording a 13-year-old girl. In 2000 was Sean Diddy Combs' heinous. An unnamed woman amended her civil lawsuit from earlier this year to name Jay-Z as one of the celebrities who R-worded her after a 2000 MTV Video Music Award.
Then he gonna throw something out there for Jay. He just gonna do what he do to be a part of the algorithm. This is 50 marketing plan right there. But when it comes to Meek Mill, the way he delivered it, of course, people gonna talk about the typing and things like that. But he ain't lying. The media is crazy nowadays. It can be unbelievable because it don't tell the whole story. They don't tell you what the guy Busby, what he got going on. This is the same guy that has opened up the hotline to call for the Diddy lawsuits. Also, he had to handle the Deshaun Watson case. And to my understanding, he's based out of Houston. Now, there's key things here, and I know people is coming at me. I already saw the comments. Nigga, I don't know Jay-Z, bro. Jay-Z not my partner. I didn't grow up with the nigga.
You know, he's starting to go crazy. Sandra Ramirez says, sorry, I think it's a cult. Cat Williams predicted this. Hey, Cat Williams just said, hey, everything's just going to come out into the open.
With none of these people, but real is real, right is right, facts is facts. Y'all haven't saw no proof. I'm not about to convict a nigga because y'all don't like a nigga.
Exactly. Like, I'm not, but I ain't about to keep listening to him. See, I think everybody cussing. Like, who cover hip hop news? I'm like, guys, cussing. You know, somebody, Sandra said, hi, I think it's true, sadly. Why do you think it's true, Sandra?
Finna accuse a nigga of doing nothing. So how can you come up here and do it? How can you solve a case from your cell phone or from your computer or from the comment section, bro? Well, this is girl talking about she 13 years old. Now, come on, are we serious right now? As Jay-Z was told already about this, and then they came.
Yo, if they can get Jay in jail, like, think about that. If you're a prosecutor, yo, who wouldn't want to, like, prosecute Jay-Z? I'm just saying, like, prosecutor standpoint, judges, like, you know what I'm saying, want to preside over a case where Jay-Z is sitting in the courtroom. Bro, they want to bring him, bruh. But this is civil. This is like tort law. It's not criminal law. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that. Gates Open Media said, with all this going on, I'm going to have to throw hip-hop in the trash. Duddy said, hold on. Hot Tamale said Jay-Z was with Foxy. Y'all are delusional. Hey, I didn't say he wasn't. I think him and Aaliyah. I think Aaliyah was like the allegations with him and Aaliyah. She was like young, you know. So I mean, it's not beneath him to mess with like young people, but 13 is kind of crazy. I don't think he. I mean, I don't know. Once you cross that barrier, anything really possible. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I can't put nothing by, because it's like, yo, I'm saying, yo, I don't think he would do it. But then, like, a lot of people was messing with Aaliyah, and she was like underage. So who knows? Somebody said 1995 he was. Jay-Z looking, somebody said Jay-Z looking like Whoopi. I guess the Busby dude like a clout lawyer.
And put him in the lawsuit later on, bro. So what do you call that? Now, he already had, they had already spoke out about the Jaguar Wright interview earlier this year. And I guess they looking at it like, with the way the media going, nigga, we not even finna play with this. And the lawyer has spoken out as well and said that people been pulling up on them, harassing them, asking them questions, contacting his colleagues and employees and things like that. But in Jay-Z response, he said directly, nigga, this is what we doing. I'm finna show you I don't play like this.
Yeah. Let's see what Sky News
been accused of raping.
Yo, this is hitting Australia. Lord. Being famous, crazy.
Joining me now is royal and celebrity commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, good to see you. Let's start with this news out of the US today. Rapper Jay-Z has been accused of raping a teenage girl back in 2000 in a civil lawsuit that came to light over the weekend. Now,
yo, I bet they like pacing around that mansion like, yo, They probably mad nervous, bruh. Everybody been, because you know, once you go up, ain't nowhere to go but down. Ain't nowhere to go but down. Shout out to Math Hopper with the $9.99. He said, yo, Piper Boy want to see something crazy. Google how many celebs got SA cases right now. Then tell me why we don't hear about those cases. Yo, what? Hold on. That's crazy. Hold on. Let me see something. Yeah, that is kind of crazy, though. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. 30 celebrities? What? Nah, bruh. Are you serious? Yo, that's crazy. Nah, what? Yo. All white people, they ain't gonna. Wow. Bill O'Reilly? Hold on. Wow. Yeah, this is crazy. Senator Al Franken, I remember that. Yo, even like John Goodman, y'all know like Roseanne, like John Goodman, ain't his name like John Goodman? Like, yo, he's on a S offender registry and they still putting him in like movies. Like the dude being like King Kong and like all these different movies. It's crazy. Yeah, this is nuts, man. This dude? Wow. Yeah, this is really weird. Yo, Bill O'Reilly settled $32 million. Oh, it says Bill O'Reilly settled $32 million sexual harassment claim. Yo, that's crazy.
It's alleged Carter sexually assaulted the 13-year-old girl alongside Sean Diddy Combs. Kinsey, what more can you tell us about this news?
Well, allegedly, the assault happened after the young woman was driven to an MTV Video Awards after party in 2000.
Oh my God, bro. Like, what? George H.W. Bush responds to groping allegations. Former President George H.W. Bush has acknowledged touching multiple women inappropriately. Oh. What is going on, y'all? Yo, what? Two women have reportedly accused a former president of groping them while posing for photographs with Bush in recent years. Actress Heather Lynn wrote a post on Instagram, which has since been deleted, about an incident from early 2014. Yo, this is literally insane.
You know, I
used to work for Jay-Z, bro, like at Island Def Jam. I never seen him, like when he took over from Kevin Liles, that's when I was there. I've never seen him like doing nothing weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You get like certain people, like you be seeing like this person might be weird, you know what I mean? But I never got that kind of energy from him at all, bro. And then y'all gotta think, like this allegation is mad. Wow. How are y'all dropping a 13-year-old person off? You know what I'm saying? Like at an MTV Music Award, you know, and then this person is going up to like cars, like limousines, trying to get access to get into the music awards. Like, y'all don't think that's strange? Like at all? Like, where was the parents? Like, this is insane. This is literal insanity.
say about this new
George W. Bush.
filing very specific details in this documentation, the kind that can be confirmed or proven false. So if this were to go to a judge or a jury, you know, with those types of details, if they can be proven true, I mean, that's pretty strong to sway a judge or a jury. But because she's so specific, you know, it pits her in a bit of a corner.
Look at this though, bro. This is crazy. Seventh Heaven star speaks out on TV dad Stephen Collins' abuse of minors 10 years after his confession. So this dude was like a creep. You know what I mean? There's like videos of him like talking about it, the interviewing about him. But bro, this dude was on Seventh Heaven. And like white media like will not let you see this. Like, it's crazy. It said the Camden family, made popular by the 90 series Seven Heavens, is back in action and all growing up, having launched a podcast where they will watch episodes of the hit show. But the stars of the show, Beverly Mitchell, David Gallagher, and Mackenzie Roseman, acknowledged that they would be remiss if they didn't address a major stain on the show's reputation. Their TV father, Stephen Collins, who played a Protestant minister on the show, confessed in 2014 to S.A. 3 female minors. He subsequently left Hollywood, and reruns of the show were pulled from syndication. Wow. This dude, this is crazy. And they go on after all the black entertainers. Yo, Ben Affleck too? That was, let me read this. Yo, and then they still make him Batman, and it's crazy. You black, you don't even do nothing and they want to accuse you. Actor Ben Affleck has apologized after being criticized for groping an MTV presenter on air in 2003. The incident surfaced after he posted condemnation of Harvey Weinstein, who is facing SA allegations. Yo, what? What's up with all these people in Hollywood, bruh? Ben Affleck has apologized. Like, what? One Twitter user member, how Affleck groped Miss Burton's, I can't say that, on TRL once, but everyone forgot though, Burton replied. I didn't forget, Affleck later wrote on Twitter. I acted inappropriately towards Miss Burton, and I sincerely apologize. A clip of the moment from TRL Uncensored was recirculated, including a clip of Burton recalling how Affleck had put his arms around her and proceeded to tweak my left. I can't say that. Some girls like a good tweak. Yo, that is crazy, bro. Like, what? Yo, BBC, y'all kind of wilding with the way y'all writing this, bro. Some girls like a good tweakage here and there, she said on the program. I'd rather have a high five. On Twitter, after being reminded, she said she was a kid. What? She said she was a kid at the time and had to laugh back then so I wouldn't cry. Yo, Ben Affleck is a creep, bro. Affleck made his apology a day after posting a message giving his views on Hollywood producer Weinstein alleged harassment and assaults. I am saddened and angry that a man who I worked with used his position of power to intimidate, harass, and manipulate many women over decades, he said. The additional allegations of assault that I read this morning made me sick. This is completely unacceptable, and I find myself asking what I can do to make sure this doesn't happen to others. We need to do better at protecting our sisters, friends, co-workers, and daughters. We must support those who come forward, condemn this type of behavior when we see it, and help ensure that there are more women in positions of power. Weinstein is currently facing a number of allegations involving harassment and assault. His spokesperson, Sally Hofmeister said any allegations of non-consensual S-word were unequivocally denied, and that there were never any acts of retaliation against any women who refusing his advances. So I don't know, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah, look, it certainly does. It's a huge development, though, and I'll be very interested to see what happens from here on in. Now,
I'm not in the music industry, no, bro. But I did work at like Island Def Jam, like my uncle Gerald Levert, bro. And so, you know, I got a chance to work at Island Def Jam. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, but I've never, like Jay, I've never heard, like, you know, people talk about people like when they there. I've never heard anybody say nothing crazy about Jay-Z. You know, people would be hating, you know what I'm saying? He was Jay-Z is rich, but they never said nothing bad about him. Like, you know, I heard like mad stuff about other people, not him, like nothing about him.
Speaking of,
and Jay was always cool. Like he would just, you know, he'd be walking by. He was in the office a lot. That's the one thing that like people don't talk about. Like you won't hear Dame Dash. Like, you know, this is when he took over for Kevin Liles and Def Jam. Like he was present a lot. Like he didn't just like take the position and not show up. He was in office a lot. So, but I mean, I never heard nobody say nothing crazy about him. But he was running the place. So I mean, people ain't gonna really say nothing bad about him, you know what I mean? But he was, I mean, I tell you, like, if I knew something, I'd say it. Like, I never heard nothing crazy about him when I worked there.
on Trump's decision to pick Kash Patel to head up the FBI likely has Prince Andrew trembling in fear. Now, this is because Patel has previously called for the Epstein and Diddy list to be made public. And once he begins his new role, well, he very well may do that. But I've got to ask you, Kinsey, how worried would, you know, Prince Andrew or anyone for that matter who was associated with these men be right now?
Well, we do have to wait to see if he's confirmed, but you're right. He said that he wanted to expose what he sees as corruption of the deep state and restore faith in federal agencies by allowing full disclosure.
Oh my God. Hold up, bruh. Yo, number one, Woody Allen. Woody Allen was born on November 30th, 1935 as Alien whatever in the Bronx, New York, the son of Martin Kazenberg and Nettie. Sound like a bunch of Jewish names. He has one younger sister. As a young boy, he became intrigued with magic tricks. And what does that have to do? But celebrities accused of SA assault, harassment. Woody Allen, Donald Trump, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, Dustin Hoffman? What? Nah, bruh. Yo, what? I think this is just so, like, left field. Yo, Dustin Hoffman? For real? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, white media don't be talking about none of this. Yo, he got multiple allegations, and then you got Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks came out like right away, like I ain't had nothing to do with nothing. Garth Brooks like immediately denied. He said that he was like they were trying to come after his money and all that. It said, despite multiple SA assault allegations, Dustin Hoffman plans Broadway comeback. What? Nah, bruh. Dustin Hoffman is planning a return to Broadway next spring, starring in a rival of the Thornton Wilder's 1938 play, Our Town. If it is materialized, it will be the Oscar winner. He got an Oscar and he doing that? Yo. Hold on, I want to hear the case. Let me see if I can find the case. Yo, 5 new, like Dustin Hoffman wildin', bro. Let me show y'all this. 5 new accounts of SA misconduct hit Dustin Hoffman. Hold up. According to Variety, Hoffman allegedly exposed himself to a what? In 1980. SA assault an actress during the production of a 1987's Ishtar and the same year assaulted a woman in the back of a station wagon. Yo, why is he not in jail? Bro, like in the back of a station wagon and doing that right there, like why is he not in, oh, because he's white. Let's call it what it is, because he's white. Like, he need to be in jail. The Hollywood Reporter followed with its own story Thursday, reporting that that one woman named Pauline said in the early 70s that she was 15. Hoffman, oh my God, bro. He did that in front of her? Another woman said Hoffman forced her to perform. Nah, bro. Yo, these people be bugging. Kevin Spacey, Brett Ratner, Bill O'Reilly, Casey Affleck too. That's the dude from hold on. He was in the assassination of Jesse James movie. Let me read. So Time Magazine, yo, what in the world? Why Hollywood don't be talking about this? Casey Affleck just addressed Me Too and the harassment allegations against him. Here's what to know about the controversy. Casey Affleck gave his first substantial interview after the harassment allegations levied against him. Two women sued the actor for harassment. The set of the mockumentary I'm Still Here, which Affleck directed and produced. Affleck settled both lawsuits out of court, but the accusations resurfaced in the news during the lead up to the 2017 Oscar win for Best Actor in Manchester's by the Sea. It was an unprofessional environment, and, you know, the buck had to stop with me being one of the producers, and I have to accept responsibility for that, and that was a mistake. He told the Associated Press in an interview published Thursday, I contributed to the unprofessional environment, and I tolerated that kind of behavior from other people, and I wish that I hadn't. And I regret a lot of that. What? I really did not know what I was responsible for as the boss. I don't even know if I thought of myself as the boss, but I behaved in a way that I allowed others to behave in a way that was really unprofessional. And I'm sorry. Wow. Math Hoffa said, SA cases in Hollywood is like disorderly conduct in the hood. Said that's why not Batman or Married. Yo, this is great. Like, yo, Hollywood has got some creeps, bro. In 2010, two women who had worked on Affleck's experimental film I'm Still Here filed SA harassment suit against him. One of the women claimed that Affleck crawled into bed with her without her consent while she was asleep. He allegedly pressured the other woman to stay in his hotel room and yo, I can't say that word, but grabbed her arm in an effort to intimidate her into staying when she refused, according to the complaint. The woman claimed he verbally disparaged them and directed a subordinate to yo, Hollywood crazy, bro. To one of them, among other types of misconduct. They also said that Affleck and the film star Joaquin Phoenix locked themselves in a woman's shared hotel room with two other women, allegedly to have S-word with them. The full complaints are available here and here. Nah. The claims were settled out of court. Affleck was sued for $2 million by one woman and $2.25 million by the other. Both cases were settled out of court for an undisclosed amount in 2010. And I'm sure that they had to file or sign an NDA. That's crazy. Affleck repeatedly denied the allegations for years. At the time the suits were filed, Affleck denied the claims and threatened to countersue. Affleck's lawyer initially told People the complaint will be vigorously defended and cross claims will be filed. They never did countersue and settled out of court. When he was profiled by the New York Times in 2016, he responded to the allegations via email. It was settled to the satisfaction of all. I was hurt and upset. I am sure all were, but I am over it, he wrote. It was an unfortunate situation, mostly for the innocent bystander of the families of those involved. In a Variety cover story, Affleck said, people say whatever they want. Sometimes it doesn't matter how you respond. I guess people think if you are well known, it's perfectly fine to say anything you want. I don't know why that is, but it shouldn't be, because everybody has families and lives. Affleck seemed to address the controversy at a Golden Globes. During his acceptance speech for the Best Actor Golden Globe, Affleck alluded to the noise that comes with his fame, which some interpreted as a reference to the lawsuit and the press surrounding them. Despite how I might think I'm in charge at my house, it's my kids who gave me permission to do this because they have got the strength of character to keep at bay all the noise that sometimes surround people who live publicly, he said. A few outlets also noted that actress Brie Larson, who presented Affleck with his award at the Globes, did not hug him or shake his hand as it is customary. Yo, what? That's crazy. Yo, what in the world? Yo, they really bugging out, man. These celebrities is wilding, bro. Ben Affleck and Casey Affleck, that's crazy.
Exposure with the public and the world. You know, I imagine that there are.
Hey, Jay, chill. Hey, Jay said Jay-Z co-hosted the Diddy Freak-Offs. Yo, you wild, bruh.
Some individuals that are shaking in their boots.
Yo, but this is like something like really like interesting, like that many people in Hollywood like be doing that. Like, that's insane, bro. That is literally insane. If I ever get famous, bro, I'm like, nobody is gonna be able to be around me, bro. Like, ever. You cannot lie on me, nothing. Like, never, bro.
Right now, because even if, let's say we just get the flight logs of Jeffrey Epstein, sometimes when it comes to PR, it's guilt by association. So
Michael Walker said after he was proven innocent, she apologized to Casey Affleck. I'm about to look that up.
Will some of these individuals like Prince Andrew be in a position to be prosecuted? Likely not. But in the fight for Royal Lodge, this is not something that he wants out there to continue to embarrass his family.
No, oh gosh, another embarrassment for the family. But, you know, Donald Trump has said that he would release the files. So let's wait and see. I'm sure the world is waiting to see what could possibly be on those files if that's the case. Now, Kinsey, Democrat Senator John Fetterman joined the late.
I don't see nowhere where they said he apologized. It just says he apologized for his unprofessional conduct. That's what it says.
Well, here we go. I was waiting for this one. I was waiting for this man's name in particular.
Hey, I know that's right, bro. I knew they was gonna get him on something, bro. You cannot be rich and black this long, and they gonna get you, bro. Ain't no way. And see, this is the problem. Like, you being cool with Diddy, maybe. I mean, I'm sure he knew what Diddy was into, but I would say I don't really. All right, y'all not gonna like this, right? I don't see any evidence that Diddy is really guilty of this, other than like what's her name? Like the girl he got into it with at the elevator. Like, other than her, you know what I'm saying? She made like a lot of allegations or whatever, but like what they're charging him for now, I don't really see. Like Diddy, I don't really see like what they found, like a serial number scratched off on a blick. Other than that, like, what did they find? Like 1,000 bottles of baby oil? I mean, you like baby oil. Like, other than that, like what? Like, bro, I've been looking, trying to find, like, I cannot find anything. I think they winging it, right? So shout out to Amala, right? And Candace Owens. They ended up doing like lives. So private investigators, bro, y'all think I'm playing? I'm about to show y'all this, bro. Private investigators were going up to influencers and investigating them on why they were blogging on Diddy, because these people were being like neutral and they didn't like that. Hold on. Let me show y'all this. And she was like, why are they coming up to me like asking me all these questions? Like, she one of them. Hold on. We gonna go back to dude in a minute. But let me show y'all this.
Johnson. Immediately, my mind is thinking some sort of celebrity has hired this group of people to sort of travel around and maybe get some dirt on whether or not these people have been paid to talk about them and to share particular bits of information about them, although we do not have that confirmed. Now, these two guys ended up leaving after finding out that I was not paid by anybody and continue to not be paid by anybody to talk about the things that I talk about, but not before they offered more money. They said, you know, if you were paid, we'd pay to know who's paying you, and whatever they're paying you to share these stories about Diddy and his connection to other celebrities will pay you more to share the opposite story. They let me know also that they had about 10 other influencers that they were planning on visiting, and we did find one of them just moments after we finished the show. We finished talking to you guys, actually. Samson popped.
Yo, why is there investigators like trying to find out whether or not these people are paid to talk about Diddy? Like, what is this about? Like, that's literally crazy, bro. And because some people have like non-biased opinions and they're trying to figure out like who is putting a bug in your ear to make you like be non-biased about this situation.
Up on my TikTok, and Taylor had sent me videos that you guys were sending to him. I was getting tagged and mentioned on TikTok. People saying, are these the same two guys? And here they are. These are confirmed. The same two guys that came to my best friend's door where I used to live.
So you guys are private investigators who have come to my private home asking about influencers? This is very uncomfortable, you guys.
I don't know why. I'll explain.
No, you're at my home.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to us then?
Have I broken some law?
Absolutely not.
And you have the thin blue, this is frightening. I think, can you guys step away from my home?
No, we're in a public street, so the answer is no. But I'm really not trying to give you a hard time.
These are investigators. Can you imagine like you make a post or something about Diddy and then you got investigators coming to your crib asking you like why? Because I think what they're trying to do is control public opinion about Diddy. They want everybody to think this dude is a monster. You know what I'm saying? That could just, you know, once they slaughter your public image, then like whatever happens in court, you know what I mean? If you found guilty, well, he is kind of, don't nobody believe him. You know, so I don't know, man.
Why are you here? What do you mean? You're showing up at my house.
We're very nice and respectful, and we will be. I just have two quick questions for you, and if you want to be interested in it, great. If not, I'll have a nice day. We're not...
What is this? This is odd.
So...
You have to admit this is very weird.
It always is, and people always ask the same questions. I'm happy to explain to you.
What?
Very simply, we were just hired to speak to a few people that do, have a lot of followers, stuff like that, on different platforms.
What? We're here to talk to people who have a lot of different followers on a lot of like what? Because they're trying to, they trying to control the public perception about Diddy, bro.
Is this about the Diddy stuff I report on?
Somewhat, yes. Not necessarily Diddy stuff, but people are involved in just stuff like that. So basically, the very simple question is are you paid to influence?
Not necessarily Diddy stuff, but people are involved in something like that. This is literally what he sounded like on the phone. And how did I describe him to you guys? So many of you guys were like commenting and saying, I saw the TikTok of who the guys are. You described them perfectly. Did I not describe them perfectly? There's one guy just stumbling over all of his sentences, which is the big, bulky guy. And then the boss man who sort of steps in to sort of clear things up, but not exactly clear them up. Now, they claim their names are Robert James and Peter Deegan. who knows whether or not that's true. I already
What
reported
y'all think about this, bro? I'm about to show y'all a video that's gonna blow y'all mind about this Diddy situation.
them to the police. I happen to have some cop friends. We want to look into whether or not these individuals are actually registered as private investigators, because at least in the state of California, you do have to be registered and licensed as a private investigator. And I think the same can be said for other states. There is a registry that exists somewhere. I don't know if it's a state-based registry
Bro,
or
that is insane. All right, so shout out to Art from the Art of Dialogue. He said I can use like his react to his videos, right? He ended up interviewing Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson breaks down why he thinks this is happening to Diddy. Because he thinks that there's a liquor company called Diageo or something like that that Diddy sued, because what they were doing was, I guess Diddy felt like they were like being racist, right? Because they were trying to market Diddy's liquor to the urban community, whereas Diddy wanted to be global, right? Not just urban. So he felt that that was like racist. So he actually took them to court, and I think he won the case. And you know, like Diageo operates in like 180 like different countries, and like so in order to operate in that many countries, chances are like you kind of, you know, business owners and stuff like that would kind of consider people like that interesting business people, I could say. You know what I mean? Like, they might be a little dirty. You know, who knows? But he's thinking that they're after Diddy because Diddy did too much by suing them. So I don't know. Let's listen to what he's saying.
Interstate prostitution. And interestingly, when you look at the federal definition of prostitution, it does not require an exchange of money. It could be a promise. It could be a material benefit.
And then Matt said Diddy's case is doubly based on Cassie's lawsuit. Yeah, I seen that because they're thinking about calling her in as a witness. So it's like, what is the case? Like, y'all, I don't know.
And you know, Puffy, he kind of flashy. All the hip hop guys who got money, they pretty flashy. So he might say, hey, if you do this, I'll give you this. Or what if he just gave them rewards for complying with his request? In other words, there was no upfront business arrangement.
Let me see if I can fix this for y'all. My bad, y'all. Yeah, let me see if I can fix this. Pull this down. I'm working off the fly right now. Let's see. All right, shout out to y'all.
For sex. There was no upfront business arrangements for sex. Hypothetically, he brings them into New York. He brings them into LA. He brings them into Miami. They do what they...
Math Hopper said Diageo is directly connected to the biggest banking firm in America, BlackRock. Stephon Marbury laughed at Diddy for going against him. And even 50 Cent said, like, he thinks this is the reason why they're, like, Diddy's in trouble. Like, for going after the liquor. Like, 50, like, literally said it. And, you know, 50 is with Bronson. Like, he knows how deep, like, the liquor industry is. Like, you know, there's power play. Like, people don't understand. Like, when you get that big, like, and you're in that type of bracket, your friends are different. You know, like, political people and all. Like, they could probably get on the phone with, like, kings and be like, yo, just call it, you know what I mean? Call a king in a different area, call the United States, you know what I'm saying? And tell the Department of Justice to get Diddy, bro. He out of line, we got to get him. Like, this is all controlled, bro. Like, there's strings being pulled behind it. You know, we ain't of that level. Like, we just watch movies, and movies are a suspension of disbelief, bro. Like, when movies be showing you stuff like that, like, it ain't far-fetched. Look at what's going on with Biden, like what he just did for his son. Look what his son was involved in. His son just got $3.5 million from Russia. We don't even know why. You know what I'm saying? The laptop, all of that was stopped. And then Biden just said, yo, he gets unconditional pardon to where whatever he did in 9 years, like, he can't be prosecuted. I mean, it's just like a small infantile, like, part of what could be going. You know, you don't know, bro.
They do. And as a means of him of flexing his power and his money, I'm going to buy you this car. I'm going to take care of your bills. She wasn't expecting nothing but time with Puff. She wasn't expecting nothing but participation in the freak off. But because she was rewarded for her participation in the freak off, does that meet the federal definition of prostitution? It's the same thing with my RICO charge question. I don't believe he built his music empire illegally, but if he engaged in illegal activity non-related to the music empire, but he used music empire property to do it, does that also meet the federal definition of a
Math Hoffa said 50 said they will employ you but never allow you to be an owner.
RICO charge? And me personally, Art, I believe the reason they went RICO and the reason they went Fed is they want to completely destroy Sean Puffy Combs publicly and financially, because this could have very easily been state charges. The feds.
Yeah, why is this even federal? I mean, that's the crazy part. Like, all right, so when I look at this, I'm gonna finish playing it, but when I look at this Dr. Umar Johnson video, you know how like somebody's not on Earth anymore, something happens, right? And then somebody comes along and they have an interview, and you like, yo, if that interview was there, like back in the day, things would change. This is that interview right now. This interview is like so telling. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say Puffy gets arrested. I'm sorry, judged, and he got to spend 30 years in prison, right? And this video never existed. But then like 10 years from now, he comes out with a video like this, and people are like, oh, what if that video would have been out in 2024? Well, it's here now. And people are, you know what I mean, 623,000 people listen to it, but I feel like this video is being slowed down. You know what I mean? Shout out to Art from the Art of Dialogue. I don't know why, but this is a big interview what this guy is talking about. You know, and then when we start playing it, you're going to be like, why is this video only at 600-some-thousand views? This should be a 1 million view video right here.
Don't come in quickly to take up cases. They came in and took
Man said the federal prosecutor in charge of Diddy's case stepped down from his position. The case is going nowhere.
And as you know, the feds have a 97% conviction rate. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying somebody wants Sean Puffy Combs completely destroyed. And I think I know who it is. I believe it is Diageo. I believe it is the British-based liquor company that Puffy was doing business with. They're one of the biggest liquor companies in the world. They market and sell some of the most popular brands of liquor, including Ciroc. And Diddy had an agreement with them where they would help him market his De Leon tequila brand. And Diddy took issue with Diageo because they had described the De Leon tequila liquor, Puffy's brand, they described it to their customer base as if it was an inner city, urban, quote unquote, ghetto hip hop type of liquor. And
wouldn't you be mad if you were Diddy and they were doing that? Like, what are y'all doing? Like, I didn't sign off on y'all like marketing my brand of liquor like that. Like, what's y'all doing? Y'all trying to like put me into a box so I can't reach any heights that what y'all are in. You know, like he probably like y'all, like yo, I'm about to be a billionaire. I got all this money. I'm suing y'all.
Puffy took issue with that because he said, I'm a global icon. I'm a hip hop mogul. Don't limit my product just to black people. And by doing that, you're dissuading white people and non-blacks from buying my liquor. You're cutting my sales low. And I think you're doing it on purpose because you don't want De Leon tequila to outsell all your other European controlled brands. So Puffy accused Diageo of racial discrimination in advertising and marketing. Diageo got upset with Puff. British-based company.
Yo, you gotta be a real like businessman, man, and be like, all right, I'm suing these people. You're not about to like limit me. You know, most people, they get the money and they just be like, all right, I'm good. I got maybe 10, 20, 30 million dollars with this company. I'm good. And Puffy like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all trying to play me. Like, we not doing that. Like, I'm about to be, y'all trying to stop me from being global. And sometimes you need people that are like pre-thinkers, like in business, to take the step forward and to say, no, this is not business as usual. You know what I mean? Like, you're not about to put me in a box.
They said you done already made $1 billion off of us. How dare you sue us and try to make a few more billion off of us? So they tried to get the case thrown out. But the judge allowed the case to proceed because Diageo claimed that there was a clause in their contract with Puff that did not allow him to ever take them to court. Any grievances, according to the contract, Diageo alleges needed to be solved outside of court. But the judge sided with Puff and allowed the lawsuit to go forward. Wow. So Diageo is losing black money because of this racial discrimination piece. Other companies don't want to do business with them because they don't want to be branded as anti-black. Even if they are, because everybody knows we disproportionately spend more money on liquor than any other group. So
hey, somebody said Puffy Global now. He's on the news everywhere.
Diageo is losing money.
Yo, I had helped, what was it? I was at the mall or something. It's like this old dude. He was like, he needed help what he had, like a suitcase or something, and I just helped him with a suitcase or whatever. And his phone was on, and this is an old dude, but he must have been like 75, something like that. And he was watching the news of Diddy. I was like, because I was thinking like maybe he just like didn't know what he's watching. I'm like, you paying attention to that? He was like, yeah. I'm like, you know who Diddy is? He's like, yeah, I know who Diddy is. I'm like, what? He was watching it. I'm like, yo, Diddy, like 75-year-old people know who Diddy is. That's crazy. Mav said Malcolm X family is not eating off that shirt. Shame on Dr. Umar.
Then on top of that, Puff then already made $1 billion off of him, and now Puff is suing him for a few more billion. So what do? They decide to settle out of court. Now check this out. Diageo and Puff settled out of court in January 2024. Puffy's homes are raided in March. There's no way you're going to convince me that a company that powerful, Diageo operates in 180 of 194 countries in the world.
All right, we're about to see if you're right about that. You said they operate in 180 countries. With over 200 brands sold in nearly 180 countries. Dr. Umar is spot on, ain't he?
They operate in 180 out of 194 countries in the world. You are not going to convince me that 1 + 1 does not equal 2. There is no way they were forced to settle with Puffy in January, and less than 2 months later, his homes are raided. And I'm going to tell you how I believe Puffy gave them the ammunition to go after him, Art. When
somebody said Puffy got greedy in their eyes. He has risen said, y'all better wake up. This ain't about lawsuits just for the money. This is about exposing darkness and y'all that worship these idols.
When Cassie made her accusations against Puff, he settled in about 24 hours. And they settled in November of 2023. Mind you, he's already in court with Diageo since the spring of 2023. Watch this timeline. He sues Diageo in the spring. Cassie comes out in the fall. He settles with Cassie in 24 hours. Diageo is watching this. So when Diageo decides to settle with Puff outside of court, they did this knowing full well we're about to go after you and destroy you. You are messing with the Illuminati. You have no idea who you effing with, Sean Combs. And when Puff was so quick to settle with Cassie, that showed the whole world he was vulnerable. That showed the whole world he had skeletons in his closet. And do you know what I think Diageo did after they settled with Puff? I bet you after they settled with Puff, they probably never even made it to the airplane. They picked up the phone and they called.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. Like, I think this whole thing is just off of Cassie, really. Like, and if the settlement, I think he settled with her for like 35 million. So with the settlement with her, she's got an NDA, but I think she can talk if she's brought into like court and she's under oath, they can make her talk. Said Puff shouldn't have let that lawsuit see the light of day.
King Charles III. And they said,
and then Blade said Puff settled in less than 24 hours immediately. That's whiskey business.
Dear monarch, we need you to dial in a favor for us to President Joe Biden. Because this Sean Puffy Combs, this little nigga out of New York City, he think he can go to war with the big boys and not pay the consequences. Sean Puffy Combs, that hip hop king out of New York, he think he can tell white people what to do. He think he gonna rob us for a couple $2 billion and get away with it. It's not going down. Dear King, please make that call on behalf of your citizens. That's what I believe happened. King Charles picked up the phone. He called Joe Biden or any number of U.S. citizens, any number of U.S. prosecutors. In less than 2 months after Puffy settled with Diageo, his homes were raided. Now, here's the other thing, Art. The reason they did not arrest Puffy until recently, because they could have arrested him then, is they wanted to wait and save this for a time they needed to distract the black public away
Kamala Harris
from something that they didn't need us getting involved in. The reason he got arrested now is because we're 6 weeks away from the presidential election, and Black America was tearing Kamala Harris's ass up.
Y'all know what's really weird? So Judge Joe Brown ended up doing an interview, right? And shout out to our Art of Dialogue. In the interview, Judge Joe Brown was like, why did they go specifically for the area that they went and not check the whole place of Diddy? And they just went for specific information. He's like people need to be thinking about that. And then, like, lo and behold, everybody that you would consider like super cool with Diddy at one point, right, ended up being on the podium of Kamala Harris's campaign. Usher, Jennifer Lopez. You know what I'm saying? He cool with Cardi B. Like, all these people like on the podium. I thought that was like very interesting.
Looking for presidential accountability.
The Diddycrats.
They were all over Kamala Harris. She couldn't answer no questions. She didn't want to do no interviews. And so the power structure said, let's get him right now. We need something we can throw at Black America. We know they're...
And then now, look, they going at Jay. Like, anybody that's tied to him, I know Jay knew this was going to, like, this is crazy. This is crazy, but he's lucky it's not criminal. It's like civil, but he's put in a situation and like, he can't really settle this. Like with that, the 13-year-old, whatever they say, if he ends up settling that, bro, Jay gonna look crazy, especially after he even put that statement out on Rock Nation. Like, he got to fight it like all the way through.
Emotional. We know they care more about hip hop than anything else in their community. Okay, what can we throw Black America to get them off of Kamala Harris's back? Let's throw them Puff. And if you notice, Art, ever since Kamala decided to seek the presidential nomination when Joe Biden stepped down, every conversation in Black Twitter, Black Facebook, Black Instagram, Black TikTok, Black YouTube, everything has been about what? The presidential election. Trump, Kamala, Trump. That's all we've been talking about until they arrested Puff. Now go on Black Twitter. Now go on Black Instagram. Now go on Black YouTube. Nobody's talking about Kamala too much no more. Everybody's worried about Puff. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Distract Black America away from the presidential election by throwing them the Puffy lynching so we can get Kamala to the finish line. And guess what? The judges that refused to give Puffy bail, from my understanding, they're both Democrats. And you know what's so sad about that? Puffy is a very big Democratic Party contributor. He's a very big Democratic Party supporter. And so the very party that Puff been giving millions to and millions of dollars worth of publicity and advertising is the very party that shut him down. This was a favor that was called in by the British people to the American government. He don't know his place no more. Sit his ass down and keep on top.
What y'all think? I think Dr. Umar making a very, very good case right now.
Top of that art.
Look at this, y'all. Hold on. We gonna get. Let me show y'all this. This dude had no case. Like, I don't think this dude has a case, bro.
The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced
why would they just
labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
And so just because we got this attorney sitting here at the podium, we're all supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is going down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we supposed to be believing everything he's saying because he got a bald head, glasses, a suit, and he's an attorney.
Combs allegedly planned.
Look at the lady that, you know, like the MIA looking lady that came out, like saying that Diddy did something to her, and then it came out that that was a lie. Her boyfriend ended up putting her on blast and saying that she offered him like, I think like 6 figures or something like that. No, 7 figures to corroborate her story about Diddy doing something to her, and he didn't want to do it. Like, so it just like, you never know. People could be lying. Math officer said he know Trump about to investigate all them. Yeah.
And controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs. And he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics.
Let's just say that's true, right? If somebody is selling themselves, you know what I mean? Like, is that a crime? Like, I mean, it is, but like they grown-ups, like, you know what I mean? Like, random Blue Jays said, Piperboy can't cite my source here, but I've known this information for a while. Dr. Umar is spot on. Shout out to you for being a member, bro.
Such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016,
this is all about Cassie, man.
That conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a...
Bro, Cassie has nothing to do with this case. Yo, this is right in front of our eyes, bro. They don't have a case, bro.
Face at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. In addition to the violence.
Hey, Versa 40, you right, said they're doing everything in their power to protect J-Lo, bro. Yo, J-Lo weird, bro. Like, she was with Ben Affleck, and Ben Affleck got all that stuff on his jacket. Not only him, like his brother got all that stuff, bro. Like, that family crazy.
The indictment alleges that Combs threatened...
There's one thing, like, they like admitting it. Like, oh, well, I just wasn't thinking. I was like, these... Ben Affleck and them crazy.
Coerce victims.
Math Hoffa said he quit his job. This dude right here.
Get them to participate.
Because they put a battery in his back, probably. Like, yo, like, we going after the big case, like Diddy. And then he probably just have a lot of questions. He couldn't like get the case to really move. And, you know, he probably is hearing everything in about like, why did you take this case?
In the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims.
But how do you know that? Because Cassie said something? You see what I'm saying?
And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening.
Math officer said his whole department is about to get investigated. Oh, when Trump gets in? Yo, I think something's going to end up happening to Fonnie Willis, too. Like, because she headed, like, one of the investigations on, like, Trump's people and all that. Like, you know, and she was like mad corrupt, like her and Nathan Wade, like that whole situation. She was like paying him like astronomical amounts of money, and he was taking her on vacations, and she was messing around with him. And like once you up there, like in position, like you could do whatever you want to do, man. But these people need to be investigated. If you weaponizing the Department of Justice, we need to know who is doing this.
Threatening to take away financial support.
And that's why like Eric Adams wants to play ball, like the mayor of New York. He's like, yo, if Trump want to go ahead and like deport people, I'm not standing in his way. We gonna let him do whatever he want. Like, hey, Chicago, that mayor is saying that he don't want to budge. He don't want to do what Trump want. You know, all of that. He's gonna resist. Even in California, you got what's his name? Newsom, the governor Newsom. He's saying like he don't want to comply with Trump and he wants to keep all the illegals. Hey, Mayor Eric Adams in New York, I'm sure he wants Trump to look into why he is being investigated. You know what I'm saying? Because they got an indictment on him. Like he probably wants all of this to be. So he wants, you know what I mean, as many friends as he can get. Eric Adams.
Or housing.
But I think, honestly, they brought up that indictment with Eric Adams because Eric Adams is the one that gave Diddy the key to the city. And so they don't want Diddy having any type of connections with anybody that can help him, that's in powerful places. That's why I think that they indicted Eric Adams. And then the governor said that she was going to remove Eric Adams from office. She never did it, but she did say that she was going to talk to her legal team and see what is the process to get the proceedings started to remove Eric Adams from office, you know, but they never removed him. So
by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance. Because of all of this, the indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse. The indictment also alleges...
Y'all do know I can see whether or not y'all hitting the hearts, double tapping the screen, all of that. I'm on OBS. I can see y'all. Y'all trying to fake. Hit the likes! All of that. Double tap the screen. Hit the emojis. Hit the 100s. All of that.
Other acts of violence undertaken by Combs and others, including violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business...
RICO conspiracy, they can say anything. They could literally just allege anything. A RICO conspiracy. They need to do something about that law. They got to change it. Because this RICO conspiracy is ridiculous, man. Like, you famous, they can just jack you and hang you out to dry with anything.
And employees of that business and other close associates to get his way. Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies, including drugs, baby oil.
Yo, this dude ain't got nothing but baby oil, bro.
Puffy started a black political party called, what was it called? Our Black Party, I think it was, in 2020. After he endorsed Joe Biden, Sean Puffy Combs said out of his own mouth that both political parties keep taking us for granted. They're not offering us anything for our vote. And I think another reason why he was raided when he was raided, Art, was to keep his damn mouth shut. So he did not offer his opinion on this presidential election. This whole thing was a takedown of the global white power structure with Diageo, British-based company, at the top, and it was also necessary in order to get Black America off of Kamala Harris's back. Now, let me say this to you, Art. People say Dr. Umar has been defending Puff. If Sean Puffy Combs is guilty of sex trafficking, he should go to jail. If Sean Puffy Combs is guilty of engaging in anything illegal. I'm slow, Art, because I'm saying that the prostitution piece, if somebody wants to get paid for sex, although I don't agree with it, I don't agree he should go to jail for that if it was consensual. So I'm hesitating on the prostitution charge, because if they did this of their own free will in exchange for commerce, even though prostitution is illegal in every state except Nevada, I can't see somebody going down for prostitution when it was a consensual arrangement. The RICO, if he kidnapped people, if he burned people's houses and things down unjustifiably.
Y'all remember like Freddie P, shout out to Art of Dialogue. He actually did an interview on Art of Dialogue. And he said, did he like threaten to like, yo, to buy up the block, and then like, you know what I'm saying, when he come outside the house, he wouldn't know like what was gonna happen to him. Like, yo. But Freddie P be saying anything, though, man. I don't be believing everything he says, bro. The Lord K. Bourne said the big word is our word. Stop beating around the bush. Copeland said, ain't no case. Owen Maxwell said 849 people in the house. Shout out to everybody. Owen Maxwell said 860. So Brandon Dixon says, so we're supposed to ignore what Diddy did. Manu L. Bay said, you see that there? I can't say that on YouTube. Blade Brown said, he said, man's blew up Kid Cudi's whip for talking to Casey.
Potentially see that as well. But my thing is this.
Yo, I did hear about that, bro. Hold up. No, bro. Diddy, you wildin', man. Hold up, bro. Hold on. You ain't lying, bro. Oh. Let's go to Rolling Stone. Yo, Diddy, you wild, man. If you did this, let me show y'all this, bro. Kid Cudi's car arson, new details revealed in fire report. They trying to make me. I'm about to subscribe to that, bro. Oh man, they trying to make me like buy that crap, man.
You have black
Matt
people
Hava said there's a number code to all of this.
Saying that even if he's innocent of the federal charges, he should go to jail anyway for stomping out Cassie. He should go to jail anyway for taking advantage of people. He should go to jail anyway because we think he has something to do with Big. We think he has something to do.
Hold up, y'all. Rolling Stone, I ain't rocking with y'all right now. Hold up. Let's go to Forbes. Sean Diddy Combs may have five. I can't read that. You know what I'm saying? This is YouTube. Kid Cudi's car, according to charges. What? Prosecutors allege that embattled. Why do they gotta refer to him as embattled? Embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs set fire to car owned by an unnamed victim between December 2011 and January 2012, which mirrors an allegation his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura made in her November 2023 lawsuit that Combs blew up a car owned by rapper Kid Cudi. Yo, bruh. Yo, Diddy, you wildin', bro. Prosecutors accused Combs in a memo filed with New York Judge Robin F. last week of kidnapping an unnamed individual with a co-conspirator to break into the residence of another unnamed individual referred to as Individual 1. Prosecutors allege Combs' co-conspirators set fire to Individual 1's vehicle about 2 weeks later, in which the co-conspirators allegedly cut open the top of the convertible and dropped a Molotov cocktail inside. Prosecutors say police and fire department officials concluded the fire was intentionally set, and multiple witnesses allegedly testified Combs had bragged about setting fire to the car. In her November lawsuit, Ventura said she had a brief relationship with the rapper Kid Cudi, whose real name is Scott Miscuddy, during a rough patch in her relationship with Combs in 2011, allegedly causing Combs to become enraged and lunge at Ventura with a corkscrew. Are you serious? Ventura alleged Combs said in February 2012, several weeks after the incident, prosecutors detailed in their memo he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, stating his car exploded in his driveway around that time. Yo, that's over a girl, bro. Representatives for Kid Cudi confirmed Ventura's account of the New York Times in November. This is all true. A spokesperson for the rapper said Forbes has reached out to Kid Cudi's representatives for comment. Ventura said in her lawsuit Combs had discovered her brief relationship with Kid Cudi during a freak-off. Yo, what? Which prosecutors described in their indictment as coerced, elaborated and produced S performances in which Combs would use force threats and force and coercion to cause victims to engage in an extended S acts with male commercial S workers. Ventura alleged Combs had demanded she participate in a freak-off after he returned from a trip. Yo, what? That's crazy. And she acquiesced. During the freak-off, Ventura alleged Combs found her phone and discovered emails that had been shared between Ventura and Kid Cudi, prompting him to lunge at her with a corkscrew. Ventura escaped and fled to Kid Cudi's home. Yo, she gonna bring that drama to Kid Cudi's house? These women, bruh, they will get you in trouble, man. Escaped and fled to Kid Cudi's home. The lawsuit states Combs' staff contacted Ventura, who told her Combs needed to talk to her, and she returned to Combs' home, feeling like she could not escape Mr. Combs and his network of enforcers. According to the suit, Ventura alleges Combs hit her several times and kicked her in the back as she attempted to run out the door after she returned home. Ventura then fled to her parents' home in Connecticut, where her mother took pictures of the bruises Combs had allegedly inflicted on her. The suit states Combs told Ventura while they attended Paris Fashion Week in February 2012 that he wanted to blow up Kid Cudi's car and that he hoped the rapper and his friends would be home for the incident. After the car allegedly exploded, Ventura alleges she was terrified as she began to fully comprehend what Mr. Combs was both willing and able to do. Those he believed had slighted him, the lawsuit states. The rapper and actor Kid Cudi 41 2 Grammy Awards for his hit collaboration with Kanye West and Rihanna. All of the Lights in 2012. He is known for his hit Man on the Moon album trilogy and most recently released the album Insano in February. In films he has appeared in, I don't care about all that. So, yo, he blew up his car. Combs was arrested in Manhattan last week on charges of racketeering, conspiracy, S crimes by force, cause or coercion, and transportation to engage in that word, to all of which he pleaded not guilty. The arrest follows a string of lawsuits filed against Combs, beginning with Ventura in November, accusing him of S assault, all of which Combs denied. CNN published security video footage captured in a Los Angeles hotel in 2016 depicting Combs shoving Ventura to the ground and kicking her, prompting Combs to issue a video apology on his Instagram account. Combs is being held in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, where he is reportedly shares a unit with disgraced FTX founder Sam Bankman. Interesting.
Do it Pac, we think he has something to do with a lot of bad things that went on in the music industry. Here's what I say to
exactly. Somebody, Math Office said, you ever seen a RICO with one arrest?
that. If Sean,
that's interesting. Hey, when they caught that DRUG mule, you know what I mean, for allegedly Diddy, when they caught him and then they released him, I'm like, yo, he set something. They setting up for something, bro. And then this is crazy. Manuel said you cannot receive the power and finance without coming into info in which common persons are in the privilege and the privilege. Like, what are you saying? Daniel Lee said, info man, you know, some y'all saying
is guilty of the murder.
There might be some spammers in the chat.
Of Tupac Shakur or Christopher Wallace directly or.
And then somebody said Aaron Hall let people know about Puffy back in the 90s.
Indirectly, he should go to jail, but only if it has been proven, Art, in a court of law beyond a shadow of a doubt that he was involved. What I cannot support is black people telling the racist white American criminal justice system that you can lock up one of our own, even if they are innocent, even if you have not proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they committed the crime. You can still engage in corruption and lock up a black person because we hold them accountable for other crimes that have either not been proven or have thoroughly disgusted us. In other words, Cassie being stomped out by Puff was wrong. It was
to pop up. Do you know why? Because every YouTube channel that I see heavily covering the case with Puffy that Ron made to play the game bars has been talking about.
I see what you're doing. We ain't doing that, bro. He trying to play music now. He getting tired of all of us reacting to his stuff.
It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is.
Hey, Cat Williams is the one that kicked off all of this, bro. Everything that's going on in 2024, bro.
Is TG Jakes, any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
In your public statements, you've mentioned 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 of them men and 2 of them women. Can you tell me?
Look at his title, crazy. It says Jay-Z panics after getting slapped with lawsuit for allegedly SA assaulting 13-year-old. Like,
me where that's inaccurate?
You're right.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Out of the 8 celebrities who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appeared to be either inebriated or intoxicated or into the influence?
All of them.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, total raw, unequivocally, right? He said Hunter is a crackhead with the gat. Yo, did y'all see? And we can't even like on these social media platforms like really show you, bro. Other than like Twitter, have y'all seen the photos from the Hunter Biden laptop? It's insane, literal insanity, bro. And like this dude just got a pardon. And this dude is literally in pictures with what looks like the age of the person that, you know, was allegedly, you know what I'm saying, the person was, like with the whole Jay-Z thing. Hunter Biden is literally walking around like wilding, like in pictures with this person. He's getting a pardon. That should be, yo, when somebody doing something like that, bro, they should not be able to get a presidential pardon. That's insane.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
All.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
And of those
And then you got that TD Jakes trying to act like he passing out and having a health problem. Like, come on, bro. You know you about to be brought up on all this Diddy stuff too, bro. He trying to act all sick. Like, come on, bro.
8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
How did you end up in possession of these flash drives?
I ended up with the flash drive with a friend from a record label that I was at the time. I was
How you see the Hunter Biden laptop stuff? Go on Twitter.
recording in Atlanta.
Type in Hunter Biden, go to video, go to images.
And I ran into a person that knew Kim Porter.
Twitter doesn't play by the rules of all these other platforms, right? You got to understand, I'm not really mad at these platforms now that I see what's going on, because you got to think, like, the government has enacted legislation to remove TikTok, right? And TikTok is being, like, deleted on January 20th. So, like, I think they're going to do it to where, like, service providers can't, like, provide data to the app, and the app is going to be removed from, like, the app stores in the United States, all of that. So if you see all of this going on and you are one of these major, like, social media platforms, you're going to go along with whatever the government tells you to do or insinuates you to do. And then you seeing, like, Kamala Harris and, you know what I'm saying, a Hillary Clinton and John Kerry, they doing all of these, like, interviews, and they talking about social media needs to be controlled. There's no government oversight. I play mad videos of them saying that, you know. So if you a social media company, you kind of like, I don't want to allow certain things on the platform because I don't want to upset these people. I don't want them enacting legislation to remove my, you see what I'm saying, company. So let's hope Trump gets in there, you know, so he can actually release some of these restrictions, you know, with the social media companies. So
at the same time,
but yeah, that's why you won't see Hunter Biden like photos and information like floating around. What's her name? Candace Owens. She ended up using like one of the pictures as the thumbnail when she addressed the whole Hunter Biden situation. That's why I rock with her, bro. But she also got 3.5 million subscribers, so she could like do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, but they're trying their best to suppress that. And then now this is coming out. You got to think the pressure that was on Joe Biden about that Hunter Biden pardon was insane. You had even Charlemagne that got all these people coming out talking about it. The View, every other episode they talking about it. Everybody reacting to it. All the bloggers. You know what I'm saying? I was getting 100,000 views. I mean, I could still like react to like some of that stuff. You know what I mean? But it's becoming big news. So I think it's like a reason why Jay is like brought up into all this, bro. It's just to take the attention off of all them other people. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
Wanted to speak to you on the phone because you heard my voice. He said, "Who that? That's Courtney B." And then later on that night, he came over and gave me the flash drive.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got to talk about a story that I have not talked about on my channel yet, at least not in any type of significant detail, because the story involving Diddy and his parties and all the things he was doing that, again, is ungodly in nature. You know, it was kind of like, okay, the sky's blue type of moment, right? It was like, okay, I mean, I think everybody kind of knew that this is what these Hollywood weirdos were into. This man question for me was really about who is involved, right? Who else is involved with Diddy? Okay, we all know that Diddy allegedly, again, was sex trafficking. He was having these parties where he would drug people and get them to perform sexual acts that required so much physical exertion that they had to get IV fluids afterwards. Okay, I mean, these things were called freak-offs.
Delete Law says, you think Trump is going to free speech? I think he's going to, like, yeah. I think he's going to loosen the restriction. Yes, I do. He even said that he's going to reverse the TikTok ban. But the way it works, like it's going to happen before he can even do anything. Because when is he getting, like, inaugurated on the 20th of next month? So, and then I think it's the 19th. Like, they did it to where he can't do anything about stopping it. But Trump said he's going to try to stop that. I don't think he can.
okay, freak offs. And sometimes they were videotaped without the victim knowing. And now he's been arrested by the feds. He's been held in jail after trying to
deleted laws. Your channel is crazy, bro. Like, hold on, let me show y'all his channel real quick. So you got like 624,000 subscribers. Yo, why your views is like low like that if you got all them subscribers? I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying like your views is like pretty low for that kind of subscribers. You know, but I mean, whatever. You got a lot of subscribers, so that's dope.
Get out on bail 3 times, but he's been denied all 3 times, and he's been charged with federal racketeering and sex trafficking.
Yes, January 20th. The TikTok ban is January 19th.
So
he said, yeah, YouTube has me shadow banned. All right, yeah. What'd you do? I mean, you must be shadow banned. Like, you got a lot of subscribers, bro. Like, they should be getting your notifications. Like, that's crazy. But you know, like, you right, like they can do that. They do that to people. Allegedly. Thug life. Sorry, YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I be hearing y'all be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Thug life. So I don't know. But that you got a niche. So
my question was not whether or not these things were happening, again, because we all know that some of these Hollywood widows into this stuff. It's about.
But I'm like, you know, early on in this live, like y'all see all of the like white actors that have all them essay assaults. Like that's crazy, bro. And they like blowing up. I mean, like, hey, if people did it, like they need to be blown up. But like Diddy and Jay, like the whole. Everybody's on that, but you got a mad like A-list actors. Like they treat this like parking tickets, like they doing all that craziness. Math Hoffa said Jamie Foxx is dropping a comedy stand-up this week where he says he got drugged at a Diddy party. Hey, I don't be believing Jamie Foxx though.
Who else was it?
He probably about to use that to, you know what I'm saying, catapult his comedy thing. And Delete Law said, I filmed cops. I got arrested in jail and then beat the charges on the appeal. They can't stand me now.
Into it, right? How deep does this go?
Yeah, they said Jamie Foxx said he was the one that told everybody about Diddy. Like, why would you want to like step out? Like Jamie Foxx, weird, bro.
Okay, and we are getting some hints in regards to who potentially was involved. That's also another big name celebrity, as Jay-Z has been sued for allegedly assaulting a 13-year-old girl along with Diddy. Take a look.
That involves both Jay-Z and Diddy now. This is an amended complaint accusing Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. This is a new civil filing, and we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards after party.
It says Jamie Foxx said he was joking about the. Hold on, let me show y'all this real quick. Yo, why would you even joke about that? Jamie Foxx, bro. Said Diddy name dropped in comedy special was clearly a joke. Oh, okay. Jamie Foxx was rumored to have spilled the tea about Diddy being behind his hospitalization last year, but we are told there's zero truth to those claims. Sources close to the situation tell TMZ that during the taping of the comedy special that had happened was Jamie did name drop the now disgraced figure while speaking about his ATL hospital stunt. But they're telling us it was all in jest. Okay, so he was just joking about it.
Suit was originally filed in October, just today refiled to include Jay-Z. I mean, let's start with the basics here. What are you learning about this? What is standing out to you?
Well, what is standing out to me
this is how we're going to figure out what's really going on. If you go to Snopes News, they tell you the real. Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx, who then turned him to the FBI? Question mark. Sean Diddy Combs poisoned actor and comedian Jamie Foxx, prompting Fox to turn Combs into the FBI, which presumably led to the mogul's arrest on S charges. Hold on, let me get this. A rumor that Academy Award-winning actor and comedian Jamie Foxx accused music mogul Sean Diddy Combs of poisoning him, and that Fox then reported Combs to the FBI on various S allegations swirled on social media in October 2024. The claim first appeared online in early October 2024, including dozens of TikTok videos in late November 2024. The claim regained popularity thanks to the discussion on episode blah 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 of the Joe Rogan Experience, shout out to Joe Rogan, which occurred about 1 hour and 34 minutes into the episode. Joe Rogan reacts to rumors that Jamie Foxx was poisoned by Diddy. Jamie Foxx just recently said that Diddy poisoned him, and that's why he got that stroke. He talked about it on stage. He talked about it on his Netflix special. He's like, why do I have cyanide in my system? We won't know until we see the actual Jamie Foxx Netflix special. So this is promotion. Yo, promoting is crazy. They will do anything to promote stuff. One user responded to a post on X and sharing the clip theorized Diddy was part of an intelligence operation, much like convicted S offender Jeffrey Epstein. It should not be surprised that poisoning have been involved in to keep it quiet. Another user said, can't wait for the details to come out. I'm hoping that will happen with the upcoming Donald Trump administration pushing for transparency in our justice system. Epstein and P. Diddy affiliates are scattering like roaches in the light. Another person noted, wouldn't surprise if Diddy did it to Jamie, but also wouldn't be surprised Jamie using it as a marketing plan for his Netflix special. The rumors stem from taping of Fox's upcoming Netflix comedy special. What had happened was, in Atlanta on October 3, 4, and 5th, 2024, according to the Instagram post from the comedian. Snopes reached out to Fox's publicist for comment on the claims and will update his story if we hear back. Until then, we've rated the claim that Combs poisoned Foxx, who then turned him to the FBI, as unfounded. The only evidence offered in anecdotal accounts of Fox's comments as told by alleged attendees of the taping. Celebrity gossip website TMZ, meanwhile, reported that comments made during the comedy show were meant as a joke. Finally, no reputable news organizations have reported on such an accusation, which would be highly newsworthy if true. The initial rumors picked up steam when videographer Arthur Alston, who goes by the moniker Choke No Joke, allegedly attended the taping and recounted his version of the story in an interview with the YouTube channel Comedy Hype that was posted on October 7th, 2024, days after the taping concluded, which was then reported by the tabloid Page 6. So I think he's just promoting this. Snopes said look at the left and the right side in politics and come to an equilibrium. They'll look at celebrity news, what's being said, rumors and facts, and they come to an equilibrium. So like Snopes is normally where you go to find out what's really going on with things. And it says Austin alleges he was present for the two of the tapings, and on October 6, 2024, he posted a selfie with Foxx. In the interview, as Austin continued, Jamie Foxx states in a special that Diddy was responsible for what happened to him, and he is the one who called the FBI on Diddy. I do not think he was joking. Y'all can determine was he joking or not when you see the show. This is promotion. I know when someone's setting up a punchline and when you're serious. Austin has posted extensively about Combs on social media and has been featured in numerous video and comedy hype talking about the media mogul, including an accusation that Combs put a hit out on Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. in the 90s. Austin's social media accounts also promoted other conspiracy theories regarding Kamala ethnic background and Democratic worshiping the devil. On October 14, 2024, Foxx posted a heartfelt message on Instagram about a tape raping, making no mention of Combs. The post read in part, I have to thank you, Atlanta. You showed up and you showed out. I haven't been on stage in 18 years, but I needed the stage and I needed an audience that was made up of nothing but pure love, and that's what you were. When people ask me, is this stand-up show, comedy show, I say no, it's an artistic explanation. So I don't know. Like, it could be, but I think this shit, I think it's like promotion, bro. I think it's promotion. Delete Law says Snopes was a thing before social sloths.
Absolutely wrong. No man should ever put their...
I don't know, man.
Specific about several things. She describes the house, she describes the driveway, she describes the exact assault, what happened. She talks about various stages of things that occurred. And I think that this is good because this way it can either be corroborated or not corroborated. So she's painted herself in a corner.
Why add Jay-Z now? If this originally was filed back in October, why not do it then?
Very interesting question. I think, we're seeing the same attorney for many of these complainants. And I think we're going to see more and more people added. I think there's a lot that they were looking to prove, and maybe they didn't quite have what they thought they needed to file.
Yo, being rich seems boring, bro. You going to these boring parties, you drinking wine, like this is boring, bro. You doing all these photo ops. Math Office says she got Google Maps.
Against Jay-Z initially.
Yeah, so Jay-Z used to have 99 problems. I think now he just has one. Okay?
He said Jay-Z used to have 99
He has one big problem, okay? Because he is now being dragged down with Diddy, and the walls are starting to close in on these Hollywood weirdos, right? Especially those in the rap industry, okay? I'm just waiting for the other names to come out, okay, to see who else was allegedly involved. But
yo, we need Pierce Morgan to do a panel on this, man. I know he's scared of Jay-Z right now, but we really need him to do a panel. Like, his panels be lit.
Yeah, this is a big deal for Jay-Z because this guy has a ton of endorsements. He has a ton of business deals. And with these type of allegations, this guy's career could go under, right? Almost immediately, okay? Just as fast as they sunk Kanye, okay? So I don't know, man. This is not good. And Jay-Z seems to be in full-blown panic, okay? He released a strongly worded letter via Rock Nation denying these allegations. So let's get into it.
Rap and media mogul Jay-Z now accused of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. Now, this lawsuit was originally filed back in October in the Southern District of New York, listing Diddy as the defendant. But it was just refiled today to include Jay-Z now, whose real name is Sean Carter. Of course, he's the husband of Beyonce. The anonymous accuser
panic.
alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an after party following the MTV Video Music Awards. The suit says she was offered a drink that made her feel, quote, woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down.
Somebody said the video of Diddy checking Bieber for The Wire is wild.
Shortly after, the suit claims Jay-Z and Diddy entered the room where she was resting, eventually sexually assaulting her. And now, just in the last hour, we are hearing from Jay-Z and his team of lawyers. They are denying the claim and say that they are the victims of blackmail, saying, quote, I will not give you one red penny, and my only heartbreak is for my family.
Yeah, this is panic, right? This is full-blown panic right now. Okay.
Bro, this ain't no. What are you talking about, bro? Like this, this dude is nah. You wildin', bro.
Capital letters. I will not give you one red penny. Okay, so he's basically saying that he's been blackmailed. Now, who knows? All I'm saying is that what this accuser is saying seems to be consistent with some of the federal documents in regards to what allegedly went down, right? Especially when it comes to drugging people, okay? And they had all types of ways to do it. I mean, they were drugging people via the lotion. They were drugging people via the water, the drinks. I mean, it was some crazy stuff, right, that these people are into.
What are you talking about, bro? They did the report of the baby oil, and it was just baby oil. Like they didn't find any like. He just be saying anything, man.
Oh, you know,
bro, if they would have found, like, with the baby oil, if they would have found something like in them bottles, like Diddy would never get out. Like they couldn't find nothing. So how do you know that, man?
If it's true or not, I have no clue whatsoever. I'm just saying, this guy is definitely in panic mode. If I was him, I don't know. I would definitely be worried.
Joining us now to break.
Hey, see, hip hop now. I see you in here. He said, look, he said, hey, like, dude is wild. He be wilding though.
This all down as it's happening. News Nation Law and Justice contributor, former FBI special agent Jennifer Coffendorfer. Jennifer, thanks for staying with us on this.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
And so we just received a response from the victim's lawyer, really just in the last few minutes. Take a look. This is on social media. A lawyer, Tony Busby, saying Jay-Z has, quote, tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff, but his conduct has had the opposite impact.
Bro, they trying to get paid, bro. This lawyer, bro, you ain't slick. Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me. And this plaintiff, his conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve. Can y'all imagine being rich and then you got this dude after you trying to get your money? And you like, who is this dude, bro? He like a lawyer, like making stuff, bruh.
He goes on to say that the allegations speak for themselves and he will let the facts come out in court, not in the media. What do you make of this real-time back and forth that we're seeing between these two parties tonight?
Well, it is interesting, and I think it's because Jay-Z came out so strongly and said, listen, I'm going to go after you, and then he filed a suit quickly on the heels of the other suit against Busby and the accuser. So because of that, you're seeing this taunting sort of back and forth in the media.
Do you believe that we may see Jay-Z face a judge? And if so, when would we see him in court? Any indication there yet?
Well, we're definitely going to see him, I believe, on this suit. There are so many details. You know, they describe a house, a driveway, another woman being there. They discuss about...
Let's find out about this lawyer, bro. It says, who is Tony Busby, lawyer who accused Jay-Z of R-wording minor? It said, Texas attorney Tony Busby filed a lawsuit accusing Jay-Z of R-wording a 13-year-old in 2000. Jay-Z denies this allegation, calling them blackmail. Busby, known for his high-profile cases, has represented numerous clients against prominent figures. His career involves military service and a successful legal practice, amassing a net worth of $50 million. Oh, this dude gonna do anything for money. Tony Busby, a Texas-based attorney, is widely known for handling high-profile cases like Deepwater Horizon. Yo, he's the one that did that? Yo, I was just looking at Deepwater Horizon, bro. I got the movie and everything, bro. It's got the dude from the Transformers in there. I watched the movie. Yo, that movie fire, bro. Deepwater Horizon, man. Yo, he was the lawyer for that. Yo, he made bank. Have y'all seen that Deepwater Horizon? It's the dude that's like always in movie. Hold on, what's his name? He always in every movie. He be getting on my nerves, bro. Hold on. Mark Wahlberg, that's his name. Mark Wahlberg, like played in the movie. Yo, he is caking, bro. Deepwater Horizon oil spill, Deshaun Watson lawsuit, Astro World Festival lawsuit, and many this dude is paid. He recently attracted significant attention after filing a lawsuit in New York federal court on behalf of an accuser referred to as Jane Doe, alleging that music mogul Jay-Z R-worded a 13-year-old in 2000. The lawsuit, which is stirred considerable media attention, marks the beginning of a legal battle over serious accusations. Yo, what? Busby played a key role in the Sean Diddy Combs scandal, representing over 120 alleged victims, according to Busby. Yo, he need to go to jail, bro. He's weaponizing like his like being an attorney, bro. They need to report him to the bar. Like, bro, y'all don't see what he doing? Yo, I need to be a lawyer. Yo, you could do all that? This dude, wild, man. This is crazy. Tony Busby, a Texas-based attorney, is widely known for handling high-profile cases. Like, bro. Busby played a key role in Sean Diddy Combs' scandal, representing over 120 alleged victims. According to Busby, several high-profile A-list celebrities tried to quietly settle with accusers in an attempt to avoid being publicly identified in lawsuits. Oh, dude, it's scandalous, bro. That's what he do. He go around accusing people of stuff, getting people to settle so it doesn't hit the public. Yo, Busby, you a slime ball, bro. Like, I'm not gonna thug life. You know what I'm saying? Thug life. You a slime ball, bro. It's what you be doing. Busby played a key role in the Diddy Combs scandal, representing over 120 alleged victims. According to Busby, several high-profile A-list celebrities tried to quietly settle with accusers in an attempt to avoid being publicly identified in lawsuits. Bro, you scandalous, bro. Busby graduated from Texas A&M University with a degree and bachelor's of science in psychology, after which he entered the United States Marine Corps as an infantry officer in the Corps. He served in the Persian Gulf and Somalian conflicts and was awarded with the prestigious Navy Commendation Medal. Yo, he could probably be in politics with a record like that. Upon leaving the Marine Corps, he enrolled at the University of Houston Law Center, where he served as managing editor of a Houston Law Review. He also gained recognition as both the state and regional mock trial champion and graduated summa cum laude, ranking second in his class according to America's top 100 high-stakes litigators. So I watched, it's called Suits. Every once in a while, they'll have like a mock trial, and you know what I mean? Like just to stay fresh. So like, I guess he did stuff like that to, like in school and stuff like that. So he's like a high stakes litigator. Career. Busby began his legal career as a briefing attorney to a federal judge before joining Sussman Godfrey LLP as an associate. He later went on to found his law firm, the Busby Law Firm. Throughout his career, Tony Busby has successfully tried numerous cases to verdict, securing over $1 billion in judgments. Yo, dude is paid, bro. And you know, lawyers get like 33 1/3% of whatever you make. He is paid, bro. He is also a member of the Board of Regents for Texas A&M University, where he is proud to have the Busby Leadership Learning Center named in his honor. So he had to put money to do that, you know what I'm saying, like for them to name something in his honor. Net worth. As of 2024, Tony Busby's net worth is estimated at $50 million, reflecting his success as one of the Texas top attorneys and real estate investors. According to a Penn Book Center, he also holds numerous real estate investments through Busby Properties, a firm specializing in the development and management of properties across the greater Houston area in Florida. Dude is paid. Hey, Jay, you might have a problem with this. You might have a problem with this dude, bruh. He ain't scared of no lawsuit. He like, $50 million, bro. I ain't scared of you. And I'm a lawyer, and I was one of the top 100 litigators. Yeah, bring it on. Bring it on. Like, yo. He's like, yo, I'm going to accuse you of something. And then I'm going to drag you to court. This is going to make my notoriety and fame go crazy.
Driver taking her. So she's locked into this story now, and that means there could be additional witnesses to corroborate her story or refute the story.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned the specificity of the details really stand out to you in this filing. Do you find it strange that the filing originally did not include Jay-Z, just Diddy, and now Jay-Z is suddenly added today? I mean, does that make Jay-Z's addition in any way less credible, or is this not in fact so unusual?
Math Hoffa said he gonna get clapped. And then Manu said, yeah, that dude is weird. He just straight said consistent with this, that, and the third, and it's off of it. What? And then Mopreme Knight said P. Diddy parole officer not even born yet. What, bruh? Yo, Fire Fountain said Texas Attorney General lawyer running for Harris County head judge in future. Yo, he can be in politics. That dude was in the Marine Corps. He served in, like, you know what I'm saying, them like wars and like, bruh. He can be in politics, that kind of record, but he just stay in like real estate, you know what I mean? And like, you know, doing what he doing with the suit.
It's not
But yo, Deepwater Horizon, he was involved in that. Like, yo, that's crazy. Like that's a big settlement.
unusual when they're still digging up information and facts to prove the allegations that they're trying to make. In addition, remember, this 13-year-old says there's a female there. That has not been disclosed either. That will be very interesting because she could be culpable in this as well.
Yeah, that is interesting. Do you expect we are going to be seeing other celebrity names added and refiled in other lawsuits?
Of course, like these crooked like lawyers going to be pulling any celebrity.
With Sean Diddy Combs being denied, Combs allegedly abused, threatened, coerced women to fulfill his sexual desires, that he operated a criminal enterprise that was engaged in all sorts of illicit activity. Putting that to the side, besides those allegations, Subramanian also cited the 2016 videotape of Sean Combs purportedly beating his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, that was published by CNN several months ago, that coupled with all the allegations in the indictment, is evidence of his violence. It's his propensity to violence, his dangerousness. Dangerousness is an important factor in a bail analysis. Second, Subramanian ruled that Combs presents a serious risk of witness tampering, obstruction, like improperly contacting a grand jury witness and trying to cover it up. Third, Subramanian says that Combs violated the Bureau of Prisons regulations in the MDC to obscure his communications with third parties, whether that be paying other inmates to use their phone access code numbers to make calls to people who were not approved on his contact list, or instructing family members and lawyers to add people to three-way calls. And while the prosecution said, you know, this is clearly an attempt to improperly contact witnesses of the case or influence a
and that's why, you know, he wasn't allowed to be free from like on bail. But a lot of people are mad at that lady judge that didn't like let him out. But if you really look at what was going on, he like attempted to reach out to some of the witnesses. So it's like they really couldn't let him out of jail, bro. Like if they would have let him out of jail, like people would have looked at the judges like y'all crooked. Like ain't no way. Like you can't try to use your resources to reach out to witnesses, Diddy. Like you can't do that, bro. You know, so that's why he's not like out on bail, bro. Like people think they just keeping him in there. Like no, like the dude was trying to like witness tamper. No, you can't get out, bro.
jury pool. Subramanian in his order said, I'm not even going to make a determination on the content of those communications. It's just the fact that he violated BOP rules that matters. He broke the rules while in the MDC, while he was seeking bail, and when he knew the government had already alleged he was reaching out to witnesses and engaging in obstruction, and yet he does this? Subramanian says, and despite all that...
You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't, like, bro, imagine if they let him out. Y'all will be going crazy on the judge right now. Because that means, like, y'all, anybody could just go and just witness tamper, and it's cool. Like, no, you can't be doing that. They don't care that you Diddy, bro. You can't be, like, witness tampering, bro. You wildin'.
He does this from behind bars? What makes you think he could be trusted on the outside? 4. And this was really interesting. Subramanian took issue with what he perceived to be Combs' lawyers, saying that they...
Hey, delete laws. I see you in the chat. Hey, I want to ask you, when you get like 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers, do you get another one of these, or do you just only get one and then another one when you hit 1 million? Like, I'm curious. Because you got like 600,000. You did this like 6 times. You know what I'm saying?
Misrepresented to the court whether Sean Combs' legal pads in his jail unit were actually labeled legal or not.
Somebody said Marcus Chapman said they might as well let him out. They let Hunter out. That's different. He got a presidential pardon.
And that, again, was with respect to a separate inquiry on whether his rights were violated when photos were taken of those legal
I know Maximus said, look like Jay really does have 99 problems.
pads. That's a separate issue. But the idea is, can I even trust your lawyers, Mr. Combs? And by the way, Subramanian also cited the fact that Sean Combs' lawyers told a previous judge, hey, court, Combs didn't reach out.
What's up, Amma's in the chat? Shout out to her. Yeah, hit the likes. Doug Life, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. All y'all up in here, stop playing with me. I ain't got 1 million subscribers yet. Hit the subscribe button right now. Stop playing. Delete. Law's got 600,000 followers. Mathhoffer got 1 million. Y'all try to play me. Hit the like. Subscribe to the channel.
To a grand jury witness in this case. But guess what? He allegedly did. So it goes back to this idea of how can I even trust the lawyers to make sure that Sean Combs will do what he needs to do on the outside? Number 5. Let's talk about.
Are they going to take his star from the Walk of Fame? Yo, like, are they going to like let him keep his star? Like, I'm wondering about that.
Sean Combs' bail package. And you know, Subramanian seemed to be entertaining the idea of pretrial release. Because at a prior hearing, Combs' lawyers suggested that they would have this apartment ready in New York City, that there would be 3 private security members who monitor Sean Combs, that he would have no access to phone or internet, that he would have a pre-approved visitor list, there would be a $50 million bond. Subramanian wrote, the court doubts the sufficiency of any conditions that place trust in Combs and individuals in his employ, like a private security detail, to follow those conditions. And here's the final point. Combs is in a different position than Mike Jeffries, the former CEO.
Yo, Mike Jeffries, dude. Wasn't that the dude messing with them Abercrombie models? Yo, I hope he in jail, bro. Like, he was wilding.
Of Abercrombie, who was recently also arrested and charged with federal sex trafficking crimes in New York. Why? The difference? The issue with Jeffries was less that he was a danger on the outside versus him being a flight risk. He has no criminal history. The allegation stemmed from a decade ago in that case, and he's 80 years old. And there was also no racketeering or RICO
I don't care if you're 80 years old or not, bro. You need to go to jail.
Allegation like there is with respect to Sean Combs. So with all of that in mind, Judge Subramanian said no to bail. The bail request was denied. But now the question is, can Sean Combs get another shot with Judge Subramanian?
No. I'm sorry. I don't think he can, bro. You can't be witness tampering.
Or what will be his likelihood of success in a different court? Because there's currently a pending appeal at the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. So to get into all of this, I want to bring on former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani, friend of the show. Nima, thanks so much for coming on. First, before we even get into what he can do next, were you surprised by this decision by Judge Subramanian? Because you and I were covering this live when this hearing was happening, and we were floating the idea maybe the judge is entertaining the idea of pretrial release. Were you surprised the judge decided this?
Jesse, thanks for having me on the sidebar. As always, I'm not surprised with the decision. I'm surprised that Judge Subramanian entertained it. He held a 2-hour hearing, which we were covering live, and he issued a 5-page written order. Most other judges, including the 2 previous judges, to consider this issue, summarily denied the bail motion. I think a lot of it stems from Judge Subramanian being a newer judge. This is a Biden appointee. He has a civil background, doesn't have a whole lot of criminal experience aside from being a district judge. So I think someone with...
Yeah. Well, did they take his key from the city? Is he in jail? It's like...
more experience would have denied this outright. Maybe he's slow. Maybe he's very deliberate. But the fact that he entertained the...
Shank said, the subscriber said, 0 doubt if they let Diddy out on bail that he be out of the country so fast. Yo, but he could have left like in his black jet. Like he could have left, you know, but he ended up like moving to New York, like getting prepared to get locked, all of that. You know what I mean? Like, remember we seen like the picture of him or the video of him. I think he was in Central Park just chilling, you know, so he could have ran, but he didn't do that.
Defense's privilege motion, order the prosecution to destroy.
Yo, his webcam is mad clear. What kind of webcam is he using, bro?
the 20 some odd pages of documents while he considered the in-camera review leads me to believe.
Dude, I'm using like a red camera, like, and his, like, that dude's camera look way better than mine. Delete Law said Vietnam has non-extradition. Yeah, but who want to live in Vietnam? Marcus Chapman said, yeah, they took it back.
That this is probably going to be Combs's best audience when it comes to this issue, and I don't think he's going to do better on a motion to reconsider the bail issue or on appeal to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals.
First of all, from a legal point of view, I very much appreciated Judge Subramanian's questions because they were pointed questions, tough questions to both the prosecution and the defense. And I have to say, the fact that he was asking, well, where do where would bail?
Hey, yo, we got 76,000 views on. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to Jay.
Where would home confinement be?
JAY-Z
They rejected the idea of Florida and says, where else would it be? And then they came up with the idea of an apartment in New York and talked about what that would look like.
Hey, you kind of right, though. Hey, somebody came back with a rebuttal because I was like, who want to live in Vietnam? Somebody was like, who wants to live in your U.S. prison?
It was very interesting to me, and I think he wants to be diligent. Right? And he, in his order, he said he reviewed the record not only from that prior hearing, not only the briefs from both the prosecution and the defense, but he also reviewed the transcripts of the prior hearings, because there was a district court judge and a magistrate court judge. As
Vietnam looked mad trash, though. I ain't gonna even lie, though, bro. But I mean, I'd rather be there than jail.
He said, who both denied Sean Combs bail. So this was a 360-degree analysis. What I found really interesting was he didn't even entertain the question of risk of flight.
Yo, being an entertainer is mad dangerous. Like, yo, like if you reach certain levels and certain height, because you might think like, oh, I'm just going to be, an actor or whatever. And you start, getting in the mix. And they're like, yo, we want to put you with this publicist, that public. And before you know it, you larger than life. You just like doing your thug dizzle, chilling. Next thing you know, like you've been on top of the game, like mad long. Everybody wants you to crash. Like, it's like, what? Like, nah, bruh. Like the Diddy thing is different. Like he is kind of like him. The Cassie stuff is kind of crazy, being real.
The whole reason.
Delete Law said, I was just in jail for 4 months. I'd rather have a tent at the dump in Mexico than be in jail in the U.S.
And he denied Sean Combs bail was because of the dangerousness.
Yo, Diddy got to snitch on somebody, bro. He gonna have to tell, man. Like, it ain't no, like, how else he gonna get out? He gotta tell on somebody, bro.
Right?
I agree. And the risk of flight was always going to be a tough argument for the government because obviously Combs voluntarily came to New York. He surrendered his passports through his lawyer. He could have fled after the March raids of his Miami and Los Angeles homes, but he didn't. He has access to 2 private.
I want to listen to what academics is saying, but academics be saying bad words, bro.
Jets. I think it was a tougher argument. I know the government made the argument, but clearly the best.
Subscriber said, Sean Boy said, kind of crazy. And then Kanji Bay said, Diddy can't fight or do S word. Shank said, Cat Williams told everyone what was going to happen. And then BG said, delete laws, especially when they hate you.
This argument was the dangerousness and the witness tampering. They had much more evidence with respect to those 2 elements.
How much was it with respect to Sean Combs' behavior versus his lawyers? There was a point in the hearing when his lawyer said, you can trust us. If we tell him not to do something, he won't do it. But as I mentioned...
Yeah, somebody said it sounded like they're trying to drag Beyonce. She not really being accused of nothing, really. You know what I'm saying? It's Jay. But she gonna be present with him, like, if he's got to go to court. But I think, like, with tort law, like, that's like civil. So with tort law, I think they can make it to where Jay doesn't have to do an appearance. So everything would just be going through his lawyers. You know what I mean? So they can't drag him into court. So I don't know, man. I'd like to see how this is going to end up. You know what I mean? I hope he wins. Like, if they're lying on him, I hope he wins. But, you never know.
And he kind of Judge Subramanian took issue with how the defense, their representations to the court, his court and another court, that they might not have been totally transparent about what was going on. Do you think that if this was...
Yo, deleted laws, why are they saying that like they followed you and donated you? Did they demonetize you? Or did they just like shadow ban you?
Didn't happen, he might have been more receptive to Sean Combs, plea for bail. Why I say that is, let's say Sean Combs was to get completely different lawyers, right? Completely different lawyers. Could that change the analysis?
Potentially, but there was either outright misleading or attorneys who can't control their client. And one very important point in the judge's order was...
So delete laws said, yes, federal tort law is 98% online motions. I'm in 4 federal tort cases now.
Holmes was using PAC numbers and software.
Yo, where's Jaguar right at? Didn't y'all say she was crazy? Like, y'all was saying that. Pierce Morgan did the interview with Jaguar, right? And then Jay sent him a cease and desist. I'm telling y'all, that interview, shout out to Pierce Morgan. You know I rock with you, bro. That interview, you did, Jaguar, right? She was wilding, and Jaguar been saying a lot of like messy stuff about Jay, like for a minute. Yo, her next interview, I think she might have got a cease and desist. Like, why are we not here? When's the last time y'all heard from Jaguar, right? She just like gone. Somebody said they messed up your algorithm. Thousands of people donated to fund my appeal. We won the appeal. Thank you all for helping me. Oh, that's dope, bro.
To mask his phone calls as of recently, as of November 24th, even after the bail hearing. So that's something that the judge cited to, saying, hey, you're saying your client is no longer violating BOP rules and the MDC.
Hey, thank you, Emma Magazine. She's been like telling people to hit the likes and stuff like that. We got 83,000 views now. Shout out to you.
Rules with respect to these phones, but he's doing it even after the hearing where you represented that this conduct would stop.
I've spoken to defense attorneys about this, and they said it's not a big deal if he's using other PAC numbers. It's not a big deal if he's using three-way call. And by the way, unless I'm wrong, and I don't think I am here, Judge Subramanian said I'm not going to address the actual content of those communications, whether or not he was engaging in witness tampering or he was even engaging in trying to taint a future jury pool, because he seemed kind of skeptical to that argument about tainting a future jury pool, because that allegation was about Sean Combs is having his family members post about his birthday and he's trying to change public opinion, and there was evidence that he really wanted to influence a potential jury pool. Judge Subramanian didn't, again, unless I'm wrong, didn't even entertain. It was more entertain that idea, and even getting into the content of it. It was he violated the Bureau of Prisons rules. If he's violating those rules, what makes us think that we can be assured he won't violate the rules of his bail? And I've spoken to, so A, correct me if I'm wrong there, but B, I would also say that multiple defense attorneys I've spoken to say it's everybody breaks those rules. That's not a sufficient enough reason for him to be denied bail.
Well, it's really important in this case because the case is going to come down entirely to that witness testimony, right? There is reportedly some video evidence of the freak off, so it's going to be interesting to see.
I don't think there's no evidence of no freak off, bro. Maybe they do. Somebody said, Manu said, they all treated him like he is Hannibal Lecter. Come on now. They just drugged R. Kelly through the mud the same way. Yeah. I think, all right, so this is what I think about R. Kelly, right? Y'all not gonna like this. I think R. Kelly is a freak, you know what I'm saying? All of that thug life, you know what I'm saying? He is. I think he was trying to, like, they wanted his masters and he didn't want them to have his masters. That's what I think. So, and you know, R. Kelly was like flagrant with it, like talk crazy to people. Coincidentally, like R. Kelly and Jay-Z had a tour at one point. But I think it was the master situation with R. Kelly. Like, bro, these people want your masters. And he wasn't going. He wouldn't let them get his man. All right, you going to jail.
see what they show. Obviously, we've talked about the 2016 video of Combs beating Cassie Ventura.
Shout out to Kanji Bay. I appreciate you for supporting. Shout out to PGZ 206. I see you. Shout out to, he said, Piper Boy, facts.
Ultimately, the defense in this case is that this conduct was all consensual. So Combs is going to need the witnesses here, the victims, to go sideways at trial. Don't you like that pun? By the way. But so, you know, the government's argument is that Combs is trying to threaten, blackmail, dissuade, even outright bribe witnesses to prevent them from showing up, or if they do show up, to take a very
he was kind of wild and reaching out to witnesses, bro.
different position than they have in meetings with federal agents and potentially before the grand jury. They show up and they say that all this.
Nah, hey, delete laws. Like, I think R. Kelly is weird. I think he's mad weird. You know what I mean? But I do think it was the Masters situation. Like, because you got to think they could have went after Kelly like a long time ago. Yo, remember when he was like accused of like being on people, like wilding, like doing all that stuff? Like, they could have went after him mad long ago. It was all kind of stuff coming out. They wait until now.
Happened, but it was consensual. That's Combs's defense here, and that's apparently what he's trying to do through these communications. So it's not just, you know, breaking rules, using someone's. This is actually a crime. This is witness tampering. This is obstruction of justice. If I'm prosecuting this case, and we've talked about this before, Jesse, I would supersede to add the sex trafficking of minors if there's obviously evidence of it. But importantly, the obstruction of justice charges, not because I think it's going to add any additional time to the case.
Yo, a subscriber said some dumb beat said R. Kelly made I Believe I Can Fly, so we let him off. That's why I be doing these lives, man. These comments be cracking me up, bruh.
It's going to bring in all sorts of very bad evidence for Combs.
I was going to ask you if you think that, I was actually curious about whether or not if he was actually granted bail, if he was granted pretrial release. I thought prosecutors might hit him with a superseding indictment because they're already presenting evidence to a grand jury and say, okay, we're about to charge him now with more crimes, obstruction, perhaps some other sex trafficking related crimes, or amend the indictment to include these allegations to support the racketeering charge. Because
So did he return the key to the city? Let me show y'all. Rolling Stones be bugging, bro. But let me show y'all. Sean Combs returns key to city of New York after mayor rescinds honor. Just 9 months after Bad Boy exec receives a key at Times Square ceremony, the mayor's office demanded its return following the Casey surveillance video. What is the key to the city for anyway? It's just like a honor. Hold on, I'm about to look into that. Y'all know we've been finding out everything today. Let me see.
Racketeering charge includes a lot of different alleged illicit conduct, and say we're going to add all of these allegations of obstruction, new charges. That's a way to get him back behind bars and get him, present this argument to the judge again.
It says, in modern day era, the key to the city is a beloved symbol of civic recognition and gratitude preserved for individuals whose service to the public and the common good rises to the highest level of achievement. Yo, so why did he get the key to the city in the first place?
So, and now I am curious.
Travis, we done already talked about all that.
Do you think that it's possible they will hit him with a superseding indictment that will completely foreclose any opportunity he may have for bail?
I think so, and I certainly would. I think those are the two defenses I would anticipate. You know, the witness changing their testimony or the consensual conduct. Again, I don't know what the video shows, but if I'm the government...
So 150 more people, and we're going to be at 109,000 subscribers. Shout out to everybody that's watching right now. You know what I'm saying? Thug Life. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we end up hitting that 109,000 subscribers by end of day today. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can hit it faster than that.
And try to get out ahead.
I was going crazy. Like for like a month, we had like 40,000 like subscribers in like a month and a half. Like we was wilding. You know what I'm saying? I kind of calmed down a minute, but I'm gonna get started again. But shout out to everybody.
those two defenses, because really it's the only possible way that you lose this case.
Sean Boyd said, "You killing me, Maximus."
You know, the witnesses go sideways here.
Maximus said, maybe Diddy thought that the key gave him carte blanche to little kid. Hey, chill on, Maximus. What did you doing, bruh? You wildin'. Maximus is wildin'. Maximus like Thug Life.
Let me go back to the Second Circuit. So correct me if I'm wrong. He had appealed to the Second Circuit. He actually put that on pause. It was it's called abeyance. Let Second Circuit, I know I'm appealing this bail issue to you. Put it on pause. I want to go to Judge Subramanian. We haven't argued this bail issue in front of him yet. Let's see what happens there. If that's not successful, we're going to go back to the Second Circuit. What is the difference between what Judge Subramanian...
Hit the like button. They trying to slow the video down. Hit the likes. Hit the likes. Hit the likes. Hit the emojis and everything. Like, hit it. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. Hurry up. They trying to slow the video. Hurry up. I'll be watching them. Hit it. Hit it right now. Go ahead. Like the emojis. Everybody, I see y'all hit it. Hit it. He's saying something. They don't want nobody to know. Hit the likes.
Just decided, and what potentially the Second Circuit could decide. Is there any way they would be more sympathetic to Sean Combs' bail arguments and ultimately grant him bail? Talk to us about how that would work.
It's certainly possible, but in these types of cases, appellate judges are really supposed to defer to the discretion of the trial court. They're the ones who hold these types of hearings and they make decisions. Now, obviously, if there's an abuse of that discretion, they can reverse, but that's very uncommon in my experience, where an appellate court will step in and say, you know what, the denial of bail is an abuse. We saw it in the DC circuit with respect to some of the
denial of bail is an abuse. I don't know, man.
Capital.
Yo, you can't be like tampering with witnesses, bro.
Rioters. So
hey, I think y'all did it, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all.
It does happen, but it's not very common. So I would be very surprised if the Second Circuit 3-judge panel steps in, especially when one magistrate judge, now 2 district judge, Carter and Subramanian, and even pretrial services. Let's not forget, they're an arm of the court.
Right.
They come in with their recommendation, and their recommendation the whole time has been detention. So everyone, aside from the defense, has ordered or recommended that Combs be detained. So I'd be surprised if an appellate court disturbs that ruling.
And let me go to y'all real quick. So Kanji Bay said, yo, it's crazy. All the work Kells put in, and he don't have or own anything. Imagine what his matters are worth. Like, how much is, yeah, bro. His masters are worth, I think you were trying to say. Let me see R. Kelly net worth. And then as soon as you go to jail or something, Apple Music want to be playing you. Hold on. R. Kelly net worth. Let's see how much he worth. $37 million. Can you imagine being locked up worth $37 million? That's crazy. And this dude been famous since I was a kid. That's crazy. PGG said, I notice every time Piper Boy say hit the emoji and do it, I get a commercial. No, no, it ain't that, bro. Like, I seen the views like stuck and I'm like, nah. So I told him to hit the likes and they start going up again. You know, so we had 100,000 views. Shout out to y'all, man. That's y'all.
Has got worse for Sean Combs. The allegations are worse now with these allegations of witness tampering from behind the MDC. That didn't happen yet with respect to Judge Carter and Judge Tarnowski.
So look at what happened when Michael Jackson bought the Beatles.
Because they had already decided Sean Combs was a danger to society and a risk and obstructive. And now you have all this new evidence for the prosecution. But what I do think is interesting is what you said with the Second Circuit. They would be reluctant to overturn the trial court's decision. Maybe that's why Judge Subramanian was so meticulous and took his time so that the defense can't say, oh, he just so easily dismissed our claims. He decided it in one day. No, he took his time. And yes, he waited till the eve of Thanksgiving to announce it, but he basically did a thorough review, and it might be more difficult for the defense to ultimately say that he wasn't fair. But going back to Subramanian, what could be a change of circumstances that A, can that he would review the bail condition unless, I don't know, Sean Combs' defense attorneys can raise the bail issue every week if they want. What would be a change of circumstances that he would actually...
Bro, he ain't getting out, bro. Y'all could talk about this all day long. He is not getting out. I kind of want to... I don't know if I should do this, though. Academics be saying bad words, bro. But he be knowing. He be knowing stuff, though.
Label. They claim they used to be a stylist, but the nigga who was the rapper...
Ah, he doing it. I can't. I rock with you academics, bro, but you be saying bad words, bro. All right, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. We've been live. How long we been live, y'all? Like 3 hours? Shout out to everybody, man. The views are starting to go up now. It's like, I hate that. Like, bro, it'd be like when I'm about to get off the line, like YouTube, y'all be, I think it's the words or something that you use, right? When I'm like, all right, y'all, I'm about to leave, the views start jumping. Y'all think they be playing us? You think YouTube be playing us, bro? Like when I be like, comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what y'all think, and then the views start going crazy. Like, what? Be trying to keep me in here, bro. YouTube, y'all be tricking me, bro. Y'all be tricking me, man. But shout out to everybody that's been helping. Shout out to Amama Magazine. You know, help push the video, you know what I mean? Like, without her, you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be at 103,000 right now. Shout out to her. And then Maximus, appreciate you coming in. You have funny comments. Travis Anderson, Math Hoffa, contributed to the channel. Shout out to him. His commentary. Delete Laws, subscribe to his channel. He got a big channel. P. Jeezy, a member, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Konji Bay with the donation. I appreciate y'all. But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Click the notification bell so y'all can get notified when I'm live. Y'all be getting on my nerves. I be going live and it be taking y'all forever to come in here. Click the all y'all new subscribers, click the notification bell. Stop playing with me. Shout out to everybody. I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. Peace.